I know I don't do intro gags anymore, but how could I not include this? It's the Jet Combiner! Although I'm not sure if it's completely perfect. That's awesome enough. What's good, YouTube land? Avid Collector here. Checking another Titan Master off the list. It's Slugslinger. The finale of the Target Masters turned Titan Masters. I didn't have an end to that sentence, so as always, we must take a look at the packaging. So you have Slugslinger in this kind of weird shoulders out pose, his weapons, a picture of him in mid-decapitation, and him oddly being content about it. You got the Transformers, the logos right there, the picture of the alt mode, Caliburst, and Slugslinger. On the other side you have that same picture. On the back you have the obligatory product shots, the cross cells, the bio. The Caliburst gives Slugslinger an ultra-high speed fire blast. The less time Slugslinger spends taking out targets, the more time he has to brag about it. Very braggadocious, this one. Misfire. I think that has, the picture has the Takara head on it. Blitzwing, who I still need, and Overlord, who I still am not certain if I want to pick him up yet or not. But that out of the way, let's get him open and take a look at this twin-nose jet of ridiculousness. So here's Slugslinger, open up in his jet mode, and first off, what's with that name? Well, being G1 accurate, it kind of reminds me of the term mudslinger. You know, when somebody was known for throwing insults. I guess instead of throwing insults, this guy just throws bullets at you. Not very well, but yeah, he's his iconic twin cockpit cyberjet. Neither cockpit has Titan Master compatibility, but they do have nice shades of translucent plastic on them. Also, this color scheme, for some reason, really reminds me of Ultra Magnus. Like the blue and the gray. It sounds sad that I don't have any G1 Ultra Magnuses. The only one I have being that repaint from Fall of Cybertron, which is technically keeping up with Magnus's history as a toy. He's almost always been a blue and white Optimus repaint. But never mind that. We have to talk about this guy. So he is a remold of Misfire, and I'll just bring in Trigger Happy right here. Trigger Happy being the only one with actual landing gear. And for some reason not balancing properly. He's wobbling. Oh, there we go. I'll take Trigger Happy away for now. And we can see how much is remolded. So this whole cockpit section up here has been remolded. And basically the wings have been remolded. The underside, the chest has been remolded slightly. And there's new molding on the arms. and new stickering. But other than that, they share a basic body type, a similar body, the same body type. So, this is an update of G1 Slugslinger, who was, as stated, Decepticon Target Master. And I guess with every single Target Master, he's become a Headmaster now, Titan Master. I'll remove his weapons. We can get a better look at them. I just forgot. You also get the collector's card with that same piece of artwork from the box. And tech specs for Slugslinger and Caliburst. Not the strongest, but he's no slouch either. And you get instructions. So we can take a look at the details. A lot of it is now stickering. I mean, all of his coloring is stickering. His plastic's either blue or gray. So you got these nice red and gray stickers here. Decepticon insignia on each wing. We kind of like, I don't know, a missile at the end of each wing. I don't know. That looks cool. With quite a bit of molded in detail. You got lines and rivets and stuff, along with some what could pass for what actually are probably jet boosters, just because he probably needs to go really fast. This guy has one thing that the other two of his mold brethren don't have, is articulated wings. Actually, only misfire. No, wait, they do, Hall. Boy, am I wrong. Articulated wings. Never mind. I'm an idiot. They bend backwards, though. And they have a port under each wing for his weapons, which we can take a look at. Now that he's no longer a Target Master, his weapons are just generic weapons, but they at least tried to make it reminiscent of his Target Master, also known as Caliburst, also named Caliburst. So you can kind of see this little gray pistol with a peg right there and also a port in the back with a little bit of ribbing detail. Boy, I really am not the best at describing things. And this twin-barreled H-phaser looking thingamabob with two Titan Master pegs in the middle, and also some molded detail. And you see a peg right there, and a port that goes all the way through, so you can actually peg the gun in either side if you want. And you can also take this little thing and plug it right in there, so it looks a lot more streamlined and almost as if it was one solid gun. I might actually just paint this light blue to match with this. Maybe. Not sure yet. And you just so you can see, you can peg it in the other side and kind of hold it there or there upside down. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can. And I guess we need a Titan Master. So pop open this canopy and pull out Caliburst, and we will stand him up in the gun. Oh, those Titan Master pegs are really tight, actually. That's nice. Or just sit him down and he can look ridiculous. Now, one thing this guy did not retain from his G1 toy was a port for the Target Master, basically right there. Unfortunately, you can't plug the gun anywhere here. You really only have the ports in the shoulders and maybe not. Oh, yeah, the ports in his arms also fit the gun. So what are we gonna do now? We're gonna go into robot mode. So just unpeg the wings. They peg in front. They peg in right there on the arms, and unpeg the arms. They are actually very tightly pegged in. There we go. And there we go. Unfold the crotch. Fold it back into place so it actually looks like a pair of legs. Fold out the feet and split the legs. The wings are never going to move. although they can move backwards. You're going to take this panel. Actually, you're going to unhinge the cockpit. It hinges with a double hinge onto his back. Make sure these peg in right there with that slot right there. And flip out the fist. Again, on the other side. And now you have a body. All you need is a head. Where is his head? Oh, I know where his head is. I left it back here. His head is in his chest. So, we'll take a quick second look at Caliburst. He has a red strip of paint on his optic visor. And that's about it. Oh, he does have a silver-ish face. So he has a little bit more than most Target Masters. Articulation is always the same. I don't mention it anymore. And he doubles over into a head. Let's plug that head on. And just so you can see, you can plug it in sideways if you need to, or backwards, depending on how tight or loose the connection is. So there's Slugslinger in his robot mode. It looks good. This mold is always known for having a really good looking robot mode, in my opinion. Except now you have him with a twin nose backpack and basically wing skirts. So he looks even cooler. Detail wise, since the chest is remolded, you got these little, I don't know, control panel things. Apparently on the G1 toy they're painted silver for Hasbro and gold for Takara. You do have some sticker detail on these parts of his chest. I don't know what you call them. On his shoulders and on his shins, which give a little bit more coloration to him, I'd say. Speaking of coloration, we have to talk about it for a second. So he's blue and light gray, which are accurate to the G1 toy, but his head is accurate to the Rebirth cartoon. The Rebirth, which means this toy is the most accurate to actually his appearance in the Marvel comics, which is kind of interesting. Normally Hasbro goes for strictly toy accuracy, but it seems they change up the heads occasionally for things like Misfire and Twin Twist. Not, was it Twin Twist? I mean, you know, the two Wrecker brothers. Topspin. I think they changed Topspin's head to something more comic accurate. But we can equip him with his weapon. You can give him both if you must. I think I just prefer to give him one. Since in promo shots he's holding it in that hand, in his left hand, we'll give him in his left hand. And off goes his head. Off with his everything! We can take a look at the head. It is definitely one of my favorite looking Titan Master heads, because the helmet, along with the arms and the legs, make it look like a convincing head. It's not just a face on a robot. Like, it's not just the look of the face, fuck me. Everything contributes to making this look like a solid head. Even though the hands don't follow the shape of his helmet, it looks good enough that I can overlook that. He's got piercing little thin red eyes, either white or silver face, I think it's white, and quite a smirk that gives him all the characterization you need. Articulation wise, His head is on a ball joint, so you can get a rotation. Not much, a little bit of up, not much down, because he bangs right into his chest. Shoulders are on a dual swivel. I'd say that's a universal joint. Gives him nice range of motion until he bangs into his wings, either going backwards or whatever else you want to do with him. And for that, you can kind of get the wing out of the way. Like, not completely, but good enough. And his shoulders apparently don't peg in very securely. They're kind of a loose connection. That'd be my biggest gripe with this figure, is the transformation joint and the wrist joint don't actually lock in securely. They're very loose. So he does have a wrist hinge for transformation. He does have a bicep swivel. He's got fairly good elbow. I'd say that it's beyond 90. So he can kind of look dynamic holding his gun. Waist does swivel. Hips can do this thing, but they're also on ball joints. Thigh swivel, very nice. The iconic deep knee bend, so you can tiger knee somebody if he runs out of ammo. And I keep pulling down his crotch. And his foot is on a bit of a forward and backward joint, so he can kind of look dynamic walking. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, that looks kind of cool. And I need to be right back because I need to transform these guys. So, for comparison, here's Misfire. And here's why his shoulders hurt. Here's Mr. Bojangles. Trigger happy. So, last thoughts. Ooh, gonna move a bit over. These are definitely 3 of the best Titans Returns figures. Like, they're solid, they're fun to transform, they're quick to transform, and, like, what else is there to a Transformer? They look cool, they're, I don't know. I lost my thoughts. Never mind. I definitely think you should get Slugslinger. If you don't have any of these 3, I don't know which one you want the most, but definitely you should pick up at least one of them. And if you have the other 2, then you definitely should get Slugslinger just for the triple jet mode thing. And yeah, I lost everything I didn't think of to say. So thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time. But until then, keep it weird.